Mabari. You guard one of the most important people... What? You want to play? But I'm talking. Why doesn't anyone want to hear me talk?
Hello, we're back. With any luck, I can now get through this door. Just gonna save here, just to make sure we can. And with any luck... That's not with any luck. That's stopped working again.
I shall do it.
For a moment, I thought we'd got black screen. Well, everyone's frosty. That's interesting. That was worrying. So far, I've streamed 2 evenings.
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
Yeah, that Canary. 3 families?
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
You sure?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
Might have a use for it.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
Into my custody?
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Now to ask Sen about this thing, because that doesn't sound right. What with this being a recruitable character? It's like, generally there's not much reason to doubt it, but the fact that this is a guy you could recruit, doesn't sound right. If this crashes...
You're such a handsome dog. I think that every time I look at you. Lady Cecile, I lived with her after my mother died. Had a dog. A small one, bred to fit under the arm and in the lap. What did she name it? Oh, yes. Bonbon. Oh, Bonbon was a terror. He would hide, you know, when he saw you coming. And then he would attack your ankles. Rather...
You wish something more of me?
Everyone's so interested in the dog. Everyone talks to the dog whenever I go anywhere. Okay, so what do you do in your own words?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
Who did you kill?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Okay, that's horrible.
I agree.
Capturing you must have been hard.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
And why didn't you resist?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. 20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most. Compared to your kind, maybe.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Yeah, that just...
You wish something more of me?
I have the key.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom.
An atone.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Good to have you.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
For now, I'll keep going with the party I roughly know. Don't know stun well enough to say. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some plants, shall we? Okay, that hasn't marked anything on the board. But they said out to the north. Ooh, where can these plants?
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Should know better than to try to open any boxes.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Nope.
Enemies ahead!
That's
I hope that's okay.
Well, that was outright regrettable. Oh, is that? What spells have I got? How do you see spells? You don't.
I shall do it.
Try while you can. That's all it is then.
Enough! Now we do battle!
All right, battle it is then.
Fuck spawn! No.
It is begun. It shall be done.
Watch out!
It shall be done. I will not fail. I shall do it.
That could have gone better.
I need healing!
Oh yeah. You still
I am
Yeah.
armed.
You're up. Where is it? Where are you? Is that you? Where's Plotter? Ah, there you are. The hell skills are. Where does it say? Oh, really? Where does it say? Top of the screen. Aha. Gotcha. Picking. Archery. good to have some more range, honestly. I thought they'd automatically switch, to be honest. I need to deal with my broken skull. I'm supposed to find a camp to rest, but I have no idea where there's any camp.
Away with you, pal! Creatures, leave us alone!
This is gonna go well.
Careful!
Don't get yourself.
Okay, with you now. Oh no, you don't! And back!
Well, Liana just died. Begin the kite. Ow. Oh, come on, I drank a health poultice and everything. Done.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
I don't actually know how to use the tactical screen yet. I do need to look into that. But I had a look at it and just sort of went, well, not sure what this is doing. Oh.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
Mind if I ask why you called your son Sandal? Would you want to travel with Grey Wardens?
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
They are dwarves, right? I thought dwarves in this had American accents. You, Ellis, should not live with this. Please me if you found life in this servant town. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, little alcove. But seriously, I've got a cracked skull. What do I do about this? And Liliana's deafened, which won't help matters. Doggo's got a torn jugular.
Here.
Alistair's got a wrenched limb. And oh, I've got a wrenched limb as well. Where do we rest? Seriously, where the hell do we... Can I move this map, please? I can't see. level 6, and I haven't rested ever. Really? Where do you just sleep? I'm gonna try and attack you. Hope for best.
Very well.
Well. You can't fast travel while over encumbered with being in a building. Finish the area, then leave.
I've got a cousin in the temple.
I mean, I can't rest until I've done these quests. That's, what's this? What's that?
Lars, he says the mages in the tower out on Lake Callanhad are all turning into demons. Well, this is true. I'm not sure what to do about it.
Really? Can I just not be dying? Because this amount of injuries
So,
is
let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Really, I just need to rest. I think at this point it's 10. Past 10. So plans to run till 11. I'm gonna.
It's the Maker's punishment.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I didn't redo this dialogue after the crash.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house. Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have. Luck speed your way.
Should go out to the dwarves. They're safe from all these darkspawn, I bet.
The dwarves, they're safe from the darkspawn. You know, the
I
ones
have
who are
been
left.
setting down in ink the tales of our exploits, and I have been thinking about ways to describe you. You are unlike any animal I have ever met. Almost human in your intelligence and understanding. So, let me see. You're loyal, yes?
Don't ship it. Just don't.
right away.
Or you could go that way around, yeah. We have an injury kit. No lesser injury kits. An injury kit. And the only option is to use the injury kit. Or up to 3 injuries. Well, we've got 1 each except for Manawadan, who's got 3. Alright, this just becomes ridiculous quickly. How are you supposed to actually deal with this?
I shall do it.
I don't actually understand how you're supposed to deal with the amount of injuries you get when you can't go and heal them up. Just leave and heal. You're like, honestly, not missing anything. That's literally what you're going to do. Either use up all your health kits or just die. You can leave via the highway. Okay, so essentially I can go out this way, but might not be able to return here. I think I've spoken to every unique NPC there. So I could buy more, but after the crash, when I went back to talk to him, he didn't have more. That's a specific area transition. Oh, can I? Is it that way that I'd have to? Suckers. Okay. Where is the node I'm supposed to be? I love the Twitch chat today. I'm on the opposite side of the map now, you tell me. No, it's where you were.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? I could have mentioned to wipe your ass after you squat, too. Figured you'd piece that together on your own, though. This will help many people.
That was unnecessary.
You're a good sort, you know.
Okay, Chapter's Board, which is 2 groups of bandits north of Waterloo. Dragon Age Origins has stopped working. Anyone remember when I last saved? Why is this so fucking unstable? Maybe I saved before I had quite so many injuries. I don't know. I'm going to try booting it up again, see how far behind I am. Okay. As John said, it saved when I got there. So, let's switch you to your ranged loadout. Give you some ice arrows. Deal with these bastards over here. Vault moves so slow.
Make a preserve us. Back!
Foolish!
That looks like another range.
Defend yourself!
Job's a good one. No more major injuries sustained. Cage. Cage is still purple. Okay.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Yep.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Right. One bandit group remains. So, one is deal with this group of bandits. And cocaine.
It is begun.
The bolt moves so slowly that they're not grouped anymore. They're trying to kill. There's Alistair. There you are. That's still charging up.
It is begun.
Alistair! Stop dying! He doesn't listen.
It shall be.
Oh! Did I get
Away
that
with you! Quickly, we must fight!
That's a good question. How are you doing for injuries? You got another one. Excellent. One thing that I will do between streams is get some tactics set up so that they will automatically use pointers when they get to low health. Because
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Nah. I ain't bears. You heard it here first. I am not bears. Not even bears.
So,
when you use an offensive single target spell talent,
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
I didn't do this again after the crash.
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
And this game is unstable enough that that is a regular thing I have to consider.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Excellent.
It shall be done.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Yes?
Yeah.
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Now, here's where I go full-on nerd. The name suggests it's not related to a river, but related to a marsh. As an ing is an old name for a marsh. But that's just me. Okay.
Yes? Well, here I am.
This vision of yours, is it more reliable than my dreams?
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
That sounds like
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
Blight is the Maker's punishment. Is that a normal perspective on it, or a particularly... Like, is this some lore that's in one of the journals I need to read? Or... Well, same reason I'm here.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Just keep your head down, that's what. And your wits about you.
So it is what I was talking about earlier about how the Maker sent the Darkspawn back. Okay. Yeah, that is a pretty much a dick move on the Maker's part. There is no strength button, there is no strength button. There is only polite jump. Haven't I already handed that one in? I won't fight the bear when my party has more injuries than members, is the thing. Haven't done the other things on the channel. dreams too.
Bad dreams, huh?
That seemed unnecessary.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them.
With my eyes.
The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
That's the dragon. Given the conversation with the king. You know, the one who got raped.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Ah, I'm uninjured. Who are you? That's Sandal. Okay, he's at campers. Who are you? You driving? I don't know that name. Thought that was Steph. Bugs Ball. I take it the one with the nonsensical music instrument outside its Liliana. Thing. Looks some Lorian-esque. Unless that's... yeah, it is. Not content with a normal tent. Content. Yeah. Anyway. Who are you?
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Sounds reasonable.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
All of them. Okay, both. I misread that's 21. That was necessary.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Now we've done. Now we're done. Even now we've done. No.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled. My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Fantastic.
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Okay, what's the favour?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Never heard of it.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
And why didn't it?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden,
That's fair.
and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Yeah, I'll help.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
You all right? You were in a cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You in the army?
I am.
Okay.
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Seems fair. Why soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
Okay.
As you
looks
wish.
like he's not going to talk about the whole murder situation. Right. That seems a relatively good point to leave off for tonight before it crashes again. So, hope you enjoyed the bits that didn't break, and with any luck, next week will be a bit smoother and less of it will be spent recovering lost progress. Was that 3 crashes this week? And 1 last week? Or just 2 this week? I honestly can't remember. So, I'll go through some courtesies, learn how to use the tactics, useful things like that. Become a little less crap at this game with any luck. By the way, when I do this, it's my microphone's in the way of me being able to see what the time is. And whether I'm streaming at the moment, which is the key thing. So, yeah, hopefully next week I will return semi-competent and with a hopefully more stable screen. If Amy can be found to be causing all these crashes, which probably can't. Anyway, until then, unless I manage to stream something in the meantime, which is possible. Thanks for joining.